We have Genuine Youth Activities on the 13th, and you are our featured guest. It's music makes you move your soul. I don't know if you remember Missy Elliott. There we go. And so I wanted to bring some fun, some excitement, some music to the workshop targeting youth and young adults. So if you can just tell me a little bit about Aaron Hill. Who is Aaron Hill? What is Aaron Hill up to right now? And how did you get into utilizing your God-given gift and talent of music to bless people?
Yeah, I appreciate that. So Aaron Hill is, first off, just a fun-loving guy. Someone who I like to say I'm a part-time serious person and full-time fool for the best. And that's just because for me, that's what it's about in life. To me, I'm a nervous system guide is my career these days. And that to me is the way of saying it. That's how I know I've been a guide for a while because just finding different ways for life to just be like not so heavy. So whether it comes through laughter, for me, a lot of it comes through music. Music has been, for me, for these past 25 years, I've been a full-time musician. Um, and then I added to that some other things, uh, like becoming a mindfulness and meditation coach and teacher, becoming a stretching and flexibility coach. And my mentor 25 years ago, who taught me piano, was a music therapist. So I learned music therapy in my lessons last 5 years um, to equal being a nervous system, and so through five, what I call five M's. That's my five M's of my sign language is I do it through music, I do it through movement, I do it through meditation, I do it through mindfulness and mantras. So I created what I call the 5M Soulful Self-Care Formula. I created that during the pandemic to help us through the pandemic and to help myself. And yeah, since that time, I've been working with veterans, rehab and recovery centers, children, seniors, and I get a chance to do this on a weekly basis, um, at different facilities. So for a lot of people, they know me as the music man because everything that I do is laced with music. Music is like the undergirding. So you'll see me behind the piano for the majority of the presentations that I do.
Awesome. I think that's awesome. It's so funny because I came home from church today and fell asleep, and what was playing in the background was piano music. It was like, well, I have a call with
Nice.
Aaron later on. So it does work. It does soothe you. It was a little bit of piano music. It was not yours. It was something on YouTube. But I slept
Right,
through it and then got up at
right,
the exact right time. So thank you so much for sharing your
right.
gift with others to help in any way. I know that you do other performances in addition to this. But specifically for youth and young adults, you have a new audio book. It's called Gems. We Are Gems. So is that what
Yes.
propelled you to start working with youth and young adults?
So it's interesting because, so the answer is no. It propelled it to another level, but I had already started working with youth in the school systems in the early 2000s. Um, I taught, uh, I was the pianist, the concert pianist at Glenelg Country School for 10 years, and I was for all the schools, upper, middle, and lower. And then I also used to teach my own music class there. They let me create my own music class and teach it. And so I created like this immersive and experiential music class for kids that really allowed me to start working with kids. Um, and I was already a teacher at that time. I was a teacher of adults as well as far as piano lessons. But when it came to kids, I started working with kids in the school system. And then after that, I wrote We Are Gems about 4 years ago now. And the inspiration for that was that We Are Gems is basically the story of my life from age 5 until now. and all the things that I went through and how I got to where I am now, and how my mother was a huge part of starting off that journey and being the one of the main conduits of that. So that story, every word of that story is actually a lyric because the whole story from beginning to end is a song. So I created that book and I got a close friend of mine to illustrate it. And then I took it into the school systems, and some of the after school programs as well. The way that the book works is that I wrote the chorus where the kids sing the chorus with me, and I rap the verses, and they join me on the chorus. So it's like, and we're dancing, having fun. So it's like the kids love it, and I've got a chance to travel doing it as well.
I did take a little sneak peek of it from the YouTube link that you sent me. We have that in the registration information for the Genuine Youth Activities on the 13th as well. So it seems like what we can expect is an interactive experience, some call and repeat. Will the participants have a chance to write their own lyrics? Tell us a little bit about what we can experience on the 13th.
Yeah. So what you're going to experience on the 13th is a drop in amazing musical and movement time. So like it's all going to be one of those things where you'll be able to join in musically, vocally, instrumentally, dance bodily. It- it's going to be a total like multi-sensory experience. And so a lot of it will be interactive in nature. All of it will be interactive in nature. And you as the audience will also get a chance to bring ideas into it. We'll all be creating it together. And so I'll be guiding it, but it'll be this play of me giving guidance, everybody flowing, and then flowing with what their expression of that is. I'll have the keyboard, the piano, so I'll be jamming on the piano. I'll be dancing and moving, and we'll be all dancing and moving together, and I'll be even leading in that. We'll be using positive mantras, affirming statements to reinforce ourselves as we're doing that. We'll have play with each other, you know, um, and that kind of thing, and be welcome to actually experience it in whatever way works for them. So for some people, it might be just kind of being with themselves and doing that activity. For others, they might join in with one other person or two or as a group. So it'll just be this beautiful interweaving of the five M's. Well, music, movement, some meditation in there. We'll be doing some breath work in the midst of it while we're doing that. Um, Mindfulness, observing our environment without judging and noticing what we're feeling and thinking, and reaffirming ourselves through mantras. So it's gonna be a funky good time.
A funky good time. I'm ready for it. So, with Genuine Youth Activities, the goal is to connect with youth of all ages and stages. The motto is we do genuine youth activities because every generation is going to win. So I like that you incorporate all forms of music, movement, meditation, mindfulness in there. And it's for both children, youth, young adults, and their parents. And so we're bridging the gap between generations as well. So I'm hoping that you will come in with full energy to get everyone involved. We're looking for full participation. So it's not going to be a sit down and watch Aaron type of movement thing. We're going to get up and, like you said, with no judgment, we can be a little silly, have a funky good time. So how are you going to get everybody involved and engaged?
Yeah, so the way that I'm going to get everybody involved and engaged is by making everybody feel completely safe. And the way that I'm going to make get everyone into to safety is by letting them know that what we're doing, like what we're doing and why we're doing it. For instance, everything that we will be doing will be to build strength, flexibility, and mobility mentally, physically, and emotionally. And then I'll share how we'll do that through the music, through the rhythms, through our fun freestyling with words and melodies. Um, and then from there, the next way that I will invite everyone into safety is letting everyone know that they are in total control and it's their choice about they what they don't want to do. There'll be nothing that anyone has to do, and everybody will be able to find their place in what feels safe for them to do. So everything that we will go through will be a progression, and everyone will find their place in their progression, which makes them feel safe. For some people, that'll be complete stillness in the moment, and that'll be absolutely fine. And for other people, it'll be moving around, and that'll be fine. For somebody else, just be tapping their foot and closing their eyes and humming along. All of it will be fine. And so that, and then the last thing I'll say is just by letting everyone know that I I will be present and connected to everyone and care. Everybody matters. Everybody matters, and we're in this together. So that's my way of making a safe space for everyone.
Yeah, and I
And I
appreciate
want to
that.
also say that this is very important. I want to throw this last part in there. One of the things that I really want to put a star next to, so to speak, is for the parents, for some parents that may feel like I'm not sure if I want to bring my child because I'm not sure if my child will uh, comply with things and be in a state of not disrupting things. What I want to say is that this is an experience, and every experience is like this with me. Is an experience where even if you feel that way, I would encourage you to still consider bringing a child. And the reason is this: for some parents, what I would suggest is actually that you bring your child in and decide a certain amount of time that you'll bring your child in. And then after that time, take them out and keep taking them out and bringing them back in. And but when you take them out, don't make it seem like a punishment. Maybe treat them to something. Take them somewhere and treat, because for some may need used to that kind of environment. And that's okay. That's not a bad sign. That's actually a good thing. We all know everything in moderation. And so I just want to offer that as a thought for some parents. Yeah, who may have that concern.
Mhm. Thank you for taking all angles into consideration and allowing people to show up as their authentic self. As you said, like for some people, it could be I'm just going to sit in the chair and rock and close my eyes and zone out in the moment. For others, they may get up and clap. For others, they may get up and dance. And that's all okay because you need to show up as your authentic self and feel free to do that in a safe environment and not feel judged because your output or your reaction does not match someone else's because we're all individual people. So I do appreciate that. We are in alignment there, and that's why we have you coming to our next workshop on the 13th. So, last final words. If people want to preview any of your work or get a copy of your audiobook, We Are Gems, where can they find you?
Yes. Thank you for asking that. Um, so for anything that I've shared so far, people can find me on Google. Um, I'm at Aaron Hills World. So on all platforms at Aaron Hills World, two A's, RONHILLS World. That's on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Um, and then for direct information about me, my website is aaronhillsworld.com. And that's where you'll find the totality of what I do, from my artistry to my nervous system guide work. And then specifically for my mental health and wellness modality, 5M Soulful Self Care, people can go to 5mselfcare.com or look up 5M Self Care on YouTube. The number five, the word self care, and that's Googleable. as well.
Googleable. I think we just made a
It's
new
Googleable.
word.
I'm Googleable.
I
I'm
love it.
out.
You need a T-shirt that says "I'm Googleable" and then put the words down where people need to Google. See, look, look, look.
You got it. And I'm gonna be delivering the second one to you because the first one definitely is gonna be on me, and I'm delivering the second one to you. I promise you
Got
that.
it.
I'm gonna
Got it.
remember that. I'm gonna remember that.
Yes. I want to say, like, with today's time right now, where I feel like we're all connected through social media. I connected back with you through social media. But it is important for parents and their children just to take moments like this, workshops like this, to take a break and connect with one another. Might not be through the use of a telephone, but some of our traditional means like music, like interactive play, like imaginative work. So I'm excited to have you on the 13th. We are going to be at the Enoch Pratt Free Library Waverly branch. So that is on 33rd Street from 1 to 3 p.m. So we are hoping that you all register. It's community247.org is the registration, or you can follow us on all social media. So thank you again, Aaron.
Yeah. Can I say one more thing why this is special for me?
Yes.
So it just in hearing you say it in a moment, it made me think about it. So when I was a kid, my mother, who's a 36-year retired school teacher, Baltimore City, was one of the best in Baltimore City. She used to take me to the Enoch Pratt Library every Saturday
Mm-hmm.
for the reading. She would check out like
Mm-hmm.
25 books. This is a part of the person that you'll hear in that book. I tell this whole story in We Are Gems. But when we would go to the library, one reason why she would take me there was because every Saturday they would have a guy, and I'm not sure if you remember him, but a guy named the Kinderman. And the
Mm-hmm.
Kinderman used to be this figure in the community that would read to the kids and do music and songs. He had a big impact on me. And he was someone that is really a huge part of why I am who I am and why the way that I am, even with kids, why I can relate. And but anyway, I'm saying that to say that this is special because of that, because he was a legendary figure in our city around working with youth in the library. And it feels good to be a part of that continued history going forward in Baltimore. So,
Awesome.
and with Community 247,
There we
get
go.
it, baby.
Yeah. So yeah, I know Kendra Man. My sister does daycare, and she used to take her children to the library and other places to meet with Kendra Man. There's some other people doing it too. So I'm glad to continue the rich legacy with you. So looking forward to seeing you in
Vegas.
person on the 13th. So thanks again. I'll be in touch.
Same here.
Have a good day,
Thank you.
Aaron.
All right, sounds
Bye.
good.